Mabuhay at maligayang pagbabalik sa ating bagong episode.
Yes.
Ngayon, pag-uusapan natin, Ma'am Jill.
Mhm.
At before that, bakit tayo nagsasalita ng Tagalog?
Kasi buwan ng wika.
Buwan ng wika, and aside from buwan ng wika ay pag-uusapan natin kung gaano nga ba ka-importante ang pag-teach at paglaman natin sa ating kultura,
Yes.
sa ating
Sa
pananalita,
sariling wika.
at sa ating sariling wika. Yeah, that's correct, Ma'am Jill. And now, Ma'am Jill, tatanungin kita. Ano yung paborito mong Filipino word?
Filipino word. Ang paborito kong Filipino word is pagsasama-sama.
Wow, pagsasama-sama. Tongue twister ba yan? Pagsasama-sama. And ako, kung tatanungin mo ako, yung paborito kong Tagalog o Pilipinong salita ay yung pagbabayanihan o pagbabayanihan ng mga Pilipino. Dahil nakikita ko na parang hindi naman namamatay, pero hindi na natin binibigyan ng value yung pagbabayanihan. Hindi gaya ng dati kung nangangailangan ng tulong ng isa, magbabayanihan ng lahat. Ngunit ngayon nakikita naman natin yung mga Pilipino na nagbabayanihan pa rin sila pag may nasalanta ng bagyo o mga kalamidad, nagtutulungan tayo mga Pilipino. At dahil dyan, dapat nating malaman kung gaano nga ba ka-importanting malaman kung saan tayo nanggaling, kung ano ang ating kultura, at higit sa lahat, kung gaano ka-importante ang paglaman o pag-aaral natin ng wikang Pilipino. Tama ba, Ma'am Jel?
Napakatama dyan.
Ngayon, Ma'am Jel, may hinanda ako mga katanungan. Ikaw, may hinanda ka bang katanungan para sa akin?
Secret.
May mga katanungan kaming itatanong sa kanya, ngunit kami magsasalita nga ng Pilipino upang mas ma-practice din.
Mhm.
Mas ma-ensayo ko ang aking pagsasalita ng Pilipino. At sa gayon, mas malaman nyo, manonood, kung nakakaintindi pa ba kayo ng Pilipino. Assess yourself. If
Yes.
nakakaintindi pa ba ako? O anong salita ito? O nakakaintindi pa ba ako sa wikang Pilipino na pinapanood ko? At dahil dyan, magsisimula na tayo, Ma'am Jill, sa ating mga katanungan. Handa ka na ba? Are you ready?
Handang-handa na ako.
What do you prefer? English or
Taglish?
Tagalog? Taglish daw. So, Taglish. So, in English, we will read the title of our podcast this episode. Why Teaching Filipino Matters in English-Speaking Generation. O gaano nga ba kahalaga ang pagturo ng wikang Pilipino o ang Pilipino as general subject na sa ganitong henerasyon na halos lahat ng mga kabataan ay nagsasalita na ng
English.
wikang Ingles. Ngayon ay magsisimula tayo sa unang katanungan. Handa ka na ba, Ma'am Jill?
Yes. Handa na.
Familiar? Okay. Have you noticed how kids today mix Filipino and English in one sentence? O in Tagalog, may napansin ka ba na yung mga batang nakakasalamuha mo araw-araw sa yung pagtuturo, nami-mix nila o na mas na halo-halo nila yung pagsasalita ng English at Filipino? Or napansin mo mas dominant yung pagsasalita nila ng English kaysa sa Filipino? Or balance lang yung pag-mix nila ng mga words sa isang sentence?
Salamat sa tanong. Sa totoo lang, ang dami ng mga bata ngayon na napaka English na
Fluent.
speaking na people, mga kiddies. Kasi siguro din sa mga nakikita nila online, na-adapt nila, nakaka-copy nila, and since majority din ng mga pinapanood nila o pinapanood ng mga magulang din nila nakasama sila is puro English. So, na-adapt nila yung pag-i-English. Pero sa akin lang, parang nakakalimutan na ata natin yung sarili nating wika.
Yes, oo. Para sa akin, Ma'am Jill, ako ay nagtuturo ng Pilipino. Yung subject na tinuturo ko sa mga bata ay Pilipino. At napansin ko na mas nakakaintindi sila o they find English more easy than Filipino. At sa tingin ko ay dapat na nating i-assess yung mga bata na dapat nating mahal sa kanila yung pagsasalita ng Pilipino at dapat nilang malaman din kung ano yung kultura nila, kung anong pananalita ang ginagamit sa sariling bansa nila. Dapat huwag natin yung kalimutan. At sa mga kabataan o mga estudyante pa lamang, bigyan natin ng oras yung pag-aral natin ng Pilipino. Dahil kahit gusto mong maging doktor, kahit gusto mong maging engineer, gusto mong maging piloto, ngunit sa likod ng mga pangarap mo, ikaw ay Pilipino. We are Filipino. Even though we are a nurse, a doctor, or a pilot in the near future, at the end of the day, we are Filipino. We need to know our culture, the background of our country, and our roots. Yung sinabi mo nga kanina, dapat malaman natin kung yung ugat natin bilang isang tao. So, when you say ugat, or kung sasabihin natin yung salitang ugat, Ma'am Jill, ano yung nasa nasa isip mo pag sasabihin natin ugat at kultura?
Pinakaunang salita is identity. Kasi Filipino, hindi lang siya nagre-refer sa sa tao. Sa ating identity, sa ating language. And take note, language is one of our distinct, what can you say, parang characteristic amongst other nations. Kasi dyan tayo nakikilala Filipino, hospitality. Filipino, magaling sa trabaho nila, napaka-porsigido. Ganon. Yung niya, isang malaking bahagi ng ating pagkatao, ng Filipino.
And then, let's proceed to another question. It's connected with my first question. That when you speak the English in our country, it makes you more smart, or you feel more smart when you speak in English. And when you speak in your local dialect or local language, mas hindi nila na-appreciate yung pananalita mo or yung the way you deliver your words or your conversation. However, when you speak in English daw, Ma'am Jill, mas nakakabusto ng confidence dito sa ating bansa. Na-feel mo ba yun? Na pag magsasalita ka ng wikang English, sabi no, matalino tong bata na to, or grabe tong bata na to, nakakapagsalita ng English, so matalino to. Ngunit yung bata nagsasalita ng Tagalog o yung Bisaya, Pilipino, sasabihin nila na normal lang bata, hindi masyadong ganun kasi nagsasalita.
Hindi masyadong magaling.
So, why do you think that people tend to think, in our country, Ma'am Jill, I don't know with other country, but in our country in general, why do you think that Filipinos think when the kid or the person is speaking Filipino, mas matalino sila?
Kasi, yung pag-i-English ng tao, the ability of them to speak English, usually correlated sa intelligence. But then, we forget na madaming klase ng intellect sa mga tao, sa iba't ibang tao. May iba na matalino, pero hindi lang magaling, ipahayag yung mga thoughts nila verbally. Sometimes they're good textually, like written and such. Pero sa iba na magaling sa pagto-talk, minsan din naman, you have to see anong content ng sinasabi nila. Kasi sometimes it's just runs sa bunganga nila na wala namang sense. And I think part of the factor bakit parang majority sa atin yung tingin kung magaling ka mag-English, matalino ka, is because yung yung effects ng foreign, media and mga products to us. Kasi
the trends also.
The trends. Kasi meron kasi tayong I don't know if mentality or what, meron kasi tayong tendency to like put on a pedestal ang mga foreign na things.
Yeah, we grab
Instead
and grab,
of,
and then we forget we forget our own identity because we tend to grab the culture of other people, especially that the trends nowadays, diba? Mas ginagrab natin yung ibang trend ng ibang bansa than the trend in our country. So mas we na-prioritize natin yung trend ng iba kaysa trend natin. So
which
yung mga bata,
very important.
Then yung mga bata mismo is mas na-appreciate nila kasi yun na nakikita nila araw-araw sa kanilang panonood o sa kanilang pagbabrowse sa internet o sa YouTube or sa iba't ibang platforms ng social media. So, mas na-empower or na-empower, mas na-dominate ng English
Yes.
yung pagsasalita ng Pilipino dahil mas ginagamit ito.
Actually, in connection to that, kasi since pareho naman po kami ni Sir Kent na nagtuturo din sa center, madami sa mga namin, sa mga students namin, is very okay with English, pero
Yes.
pagdating sa Filipino nila, nahihirapan talaga sila kasi nasanay sila sa mga manood ng mga English na movies,
Mhm.
English na series,
Then reading English.
yes, and reading English instead of trying to also balance it out, to also know their own, which is, again, very important.
In my own experience also, Ma'am Jill, way back when I was still a student,
Mm.
elementary, I cannot really express myself speaking in English.
Mm.
Since I grew up in a family where telenovelas in afternoon and then dramas in evening were mas napapakita sa akin araw-araw. So,
Mm-mm.
mas napapakinggan ko yung Pilipino, mas napapakinggan ko yung pananalita ng mga Pilipino at mas naiintindihan ko. At dahil dyan, mas na-express ko yung sarili ko na magsasalita ng Pilipino,
Mm-mm.
especially when it comes to oral recitation. I am good in oral recitation in Filipino. Mas nasasabi ko yung hinanaing ko, yung nasa isip ko, at lahat ng gusto kong sabihin, mas nasasabi ko siya sa wikang Pilipino. Ngunit kung nagsasalita na ako sa wikang Ingles, limited lang yung words na nasasabi ko dahil hindi ako fluent nga sa pagsasalita ng Ingles. Dahil dyan, ngayon ay pinapractice ko yung Ingles, mas pinapractice ko yung pagsasalita ko ng Ingles kaysa pinapractice ko yung pananalita ko sa Pilipino. And mas nakikita ko yung kaibahan ko sa mga batang tinuturuan ko dahil mas magaling sila sa wikang Ingles
Yes.
sa wikang Pilipino. Kabaliktaran nung sa akin dati. Though I am not judging the kid or a student who's struggling in Filipino since I myself is struggling English also way back when I was still a student. Though I'm still struggling in Filipino, but mas I learned to explore and love Filipino than English.
Mm.
That is why I think both language are important.
Yes.
But as Filipino, dapat ipaprioritize natin yung
own.
identity natin.
Yes.
Ipaprioritize natin o bigyan natin ng pansin at halaga yung sariling atin. Hindi yung mas binibigyan natin ng priority yung ibang we're adapting new language or we're adapting English more than we adapt Filipino, di ba?
Yung
So,
sa akin naman kasi kaibahan kasi
Yes.
Filipino teacher, English teacher, so mas okay ako sa English.
mm-mm.
Sa Ingles kaysa sa Filipino, medyo nababaligtad ko yung mga salita ko pag nagtatagalog or nagfi-Filipino ako.
But what's the good thing about Ma'am Jill and me is that we try our best to learn the thing na hindi namin major.
Yes.
I teach Filipino, so nagsasalita ako mostly ng Filipino sa mga estudyante ko. And then kung nagsasalita ako ng English, there are some part or some words na narurong grammar ako
Yes.
or there are some instances na hindi ko alam yung translation niya.
Yung
However, napapractice ko rin yung English ko, just like you, Ma'am Jill.
Mm.
Though you are speaking more in English, however, you still know how to speak in Filipino.
Of course.
The balance of learning both language, the more important language. And that's drive us to our next question, Ma'am
Mhm.
Jill. Is speaking more English good thing or a bad thing? Or both? Why?
For me, it could be both. Kasi, let's remember na pag sobra, it's wrong.
Mhm.
Diba? In anything that we do, pag sobra, it's wrong. It's good to know English enough that you can conversate using that medium of a language. Pero it's also important not to forget how to use your own ng Filipino.
Mhm.
Kasi again, Pinoy tayo eh. We have to value our own before we value others. Yung
Yes.
foreign na ano. Kasi anong point naman din? Kasi kung marunong ka mag-English, tapos hindi mo naman mahal yung kapwa mo.
And if I were to give my opinion about this question, both are important, really important, since English is a universal language.
Yes.
It connects or it connects our identity to other people's identity.
It's a medium of globalization.
Globalization and worldly conversation with sa world. Then, with other countries, mas ginagamit ang wikang Ingles. Pag pupunta ka ng ibang bansa, ginagamit
Yes.
natin ang wikang English, and that's really important, especially for us
Di ba,
people.
kahit sa non-English
Mhm.
speaking countries,
Non-
they do use English for
Yes.
business, for teaching, and everything.
English is a universal language. That is why English is important. However, us Filipino also, speaking Filipino, importante rin. Kasi ito yung identity natin. Gugustuhin mo bang mas makakapagsalita ka ng English, ngunit yung kapwa mo Pilipino hindi mo naiintindihan?
Parang,
Naiintindihan mo yung ibang lahi, pero yung kapwa mo Pilipino hindi mo naiintindihan. Yung sana mas komportable ka makipag-usap sa kapwa mo Pilipino, ngunit hindi ka nakakaintindi ng Pilipino. So how will you make yourself comfortable in your own home or in your own place without even understanding people's language? Kasi mas oo nga, alam mo yung wikang English. Oo, mas naiintindihan ka ng ibang lahi. Ngunit pag may katanungan ka sa sarili mong bansa, hindi mo masasagot sa diretso ng sa utak mo dahil hindi ka nakakaintindi. At take note that hindi lahat ng tao sa Pilipinas ay nakakapagsalita ng English. Meron, pero hindi sila fluent. Meron, pero hindi gaya mo na nakakapagsalita talaga ng English. Ngunit may mga tao na nakakapagsalita sila, ngunit nakakaintindi na sila, konti lang. That is why na dapat nating malaman at i-practice din ang pagsasalita ng Filipino,
Yes.
Ma'am Jel.
Just balance it out. Kasi, again, Filipino, natin yan eh. Identity natin yan eh. Hindi
And
naman
then,
tayo,
kahit bata pa sila, we can nurture them. We can nurture them with learnings. We can nurture them with growth. And speaking of nurture, Ma'am Jill,
growth.
MYLV is now in partner with ProMill.
Yes.
Alam mo ba yan, Ma'am Jill?
Yes.
And if you buy any participating products with ProMill, you will get a chance. You'll get 2 free sessions with MYLV International and 1 free assessment.
Yes.
Yes. So let us nourish the kids' mind, grow with engaging lessons and engaging environment with MYLV and ProMill. So what are you waiting for? Hurry and buy ProMill products.
Go!
Balik tayo sa topic natin, Ma'am Jill. Tanong ko lang, hindi ko kasi alam yung sa household nyo. May mga bata ba sa household nyo? Wala. So, sa amin, I have 6.
Dami.
May mga anak ng kapatid
mo,
ko. Wala pa akong anak. Pero may mga niece and the nephews ako sa bahay. They were 6 sa bahay namin. And most of them are speaking English. May dalawa akong nagtatagalog kasi yung mama nila Tagalog. So, na-adapt nila yung pagsasalita ng Tagalog. Mga Tagalog sila. So, hindi mahirap sa kanila mag-Tagalog, hindi sila mahirap sa kanila mag-Bisaya, at hindi mahirap sila mag-English. Kasi sa bahay nila, mix. Pwedeng mag-Tagalog, pwedeng mag-Bisaya, pwedeng mag-English. Ngunit yung dalawa kong pamangkin, hindi sila nakakapagsalita ng English or
At all?
hindi sila nakakapagsalita ng Filipino. More on English sila kasi mas pinapanood nila yung English. And then ngayon, pinasok na sila sa school. Yung isa kinder, yung isa grade 2. Talagang nasabi talaga ng mga magulang nila, yung kapatid ko, na nahihirapan silang mag-adjust sa Filipino subject nila. And ngayon, mas pinaprioritize nila yung pagsasalita ng Filipino. And parents, meron ding mga YouTube videos sa internet, sa YouTube, na mga Filipino. Mga kwentong pambata.
Yes.
Kaya pinapanood ko yan nung pandemic. Kwentong pambata, mga alamat, mga maikling kwento.
In relation to that though, may kakilala ako na parang pinalaki siya na maging English speaking na kid. And then eventually, the mom realized na hindi siya maganda. Like, maganda lang siya pakinggan kasi, English speaking anak ko. Pero yung bata, yung experience ng bata pagdating niya sa eskwelahan is not very good kasi nga let's remember Filipino is one of our very important na subjects at sa school aside from English. Ang English kasi different kasi ang principle of English. English is subject first na principle, and I think ang Filipino is verb first na principle. So medyo talagang mahirapan yung mga bata na nakasanayan na mag-English into translating things or texts into Filipino kasi magkaiba yung principle ng dalawang lengguwahe. So, yun lang. Dapat, as much as it's nice to hear, it's still very important to teach them their own language.
For you, Ma'am Jill, what will be the possible solutions? Yung mga solusyon na dapat gawin ng isang guro or isang parent. I'm not a parent and also you're not a parent also, but we handle kids.
Yes.
So, baka may advice ka kung paano nila ma-incorporate o matiteach yung Filipino sa kanilang household o sa kanilang sariling mga tahanan. Meron ba?
Good question. Since there are kids, we all know na yung mga kids is very adaptable, right?
Yes.
So, a little bit of both would be very helpful. Give them a little bit of English for them to be able to conversate in English, a little bit of Filipino so that marunong din silang mag-Filipino. Hindi lang purong English. Kasi yung rin, dapat bantayan din natin yung mga contents na tinitingnan nila or pinapanood nila sa online.
Yes.
Oo. Kasi di rin lahat maganda sa totoo lang. Kahit yung
We need to filter.
Yes, filter and supervise. Kasi hindi lahat ng mga contents na pambata is actually pangbata. May iba din sa kanila kasi may mga hidden innuendos. So, it's not very good. We have to be very keen on that.
Yes. We need to, for me, the thing talaga na masasabi ko to incorporate the Filipino and English household nila is, if yung child mo, yung bata kasi hindi sila more on learning. They're more on imitating.
Yes, imitating.
Mas ini-imitate nila yung nakikita nila, naririnig nila, tsaka na sinasabi sa kanila. They're not a good listener. Yung bata, they're not a good listener, but they're a good imitator.
Yes. Very
so that's why, kung ano yung nakikita nila, ginagaya nila. So baka, kung gusto ng parents na gayahin sila ng anak nila na magsalita ng Filipino or gayahin ng anak nila na mas manood ng mga Filipino telenovela or Filipino movies, but supervise them, of course, mas manood sila ng mga Filipino. Nang sa gayon, as mas maiintindihan ng mga anak nila ang Filipino. But hindi naman lahat dapat Filipino yung, or pwede naman hindi lahat Filipino. But we need to balance English and then Filipino in order for us to learn different things, like the English and then the Filipino. So, mas balance sana.
Actually, nakakatulong din yan kung ganyan tayo sa ating mga anak in case we are parents or like teachers or any elder to younger ones na ganyan kasi tinutulungan din natin silang hindi mahirapan pag abot nila sa paaralan. Kasi same thing lang ipapa-English mo. Pagdating nila sa paaralan, kailangan nilang matutong Filipino. Pag-uwi nila, sila din nahihirapan with homeworks, projects, pati ikaw, mahihirapan kang magturo kasi pinasanay mo Ganun. So, we just have to be
Nung bata ka pa, Ma'am Jill, do you find Filipino hard?
Not so much because as much as I like English, nagigets ko naman yung parang equivalent niya sa Filipino. Tsaka hindi naman din ako sinanay na mag-English sa bahay. So I've learned that entirely sa school, which I think I could say I'm thankful for.
In your household, Ma'am Jill, ano yung natulong ng pamilya, yung practice mo sa bahay mo for you to learn Filipino? Like, nanonood ka ba ng mga telenovela? Mas nagbabasa ka ba ng libro na Tagalog? O ano ba?
Hindi ako pag libro, hindi naman ako nagbabasa ng libro like on my own accord. More like lesson siya sa school. Pero nanonood ako ng mga telenovela.
Kaya
At saka, Ako kasi, galing ako ng Zamboanga. Majority of the people there actually speaks in Tagalog para magkaintindihan yung lahat.
Oh,
Mix kasi doon,
talaga?
Chabacano, may mga Muslim.
Hindi pa kasi ako nakapunta ng Zamboanga, Ma'am
Soon,
Jill.
I'll bring you. May mga
Sama kami.
may Chabacano, may
Ano to?
Bisaya.
Podcast na ba tayo o biyaheng MYLV
Biyahe.
na tayo? Biyahe,
Tapos,
biyahe ni Jill.
hindi kasi, yung iba kasi hindi magkaintindihan. Kasi, for example, ako, Chabacano. May ibang Chabacano hindi nakakaintindi ng Bisaya or Muslim.
Mhm.
So, for everybody to understand everybody, nagtatagalog kami. So,
Okay.
yun, nakatulong din yun actually.
Marami ding mga mga Muslim natin na mga kapatid
Yes.
na
nagtatagalog.
nagsasalita ng Tagalog para mas maintindihan ng hindi nagsasalita ng Maranao.
Oo.
Like,
Of
gaya
course,
namin,
we
hindi
won't
kami
understand.
hindi kami nakakaintindi ng Maranao, and then may mga Muslim tayo na nagsasalita ng Maranao, and in order for us to converse, to have a conversation, mas pinipili nila magsalita ng Tagalog kasi
Common grounds for everybody.
mas na-express nila yung sarili nila sa Tagalog than expressing themselves in Visaya. 'Di ba? Mas napansin ko
Yes.
ko rin yung mga kaklase ko dati na Muslim na mas nagsasalita sila ng Tagalog than Visaya, because mas comfortable sila magsalita doon. And
Tagalog.
for me and for us to know what are they trying to say or imply, mas dapat siguro na mag-learn din tayo ng Filipino. It doesn't always mean na, naman to sa Mindanao, dili man dapat ang mga Filipino, Ma'am Jill. Naamang gito sa kuan, dapat ang mga Filipino Tagalog mag-adjust.
We are a very, Mindanao alone is very diverse.
Yes.
So, yun, I think we got our answer why Filipino is very important. It actually connects all of us.
Mm-mm.
It makes a very
If
good
English,
connection.
if the English language connects all of the people in the entire world, Filipino language connects all Pinoys.
Yes.
The people who lives in the Philippines, kinoconnect siya sa pagsasalita ng Filipino. 'Di ba? So, tayo, your identity natin is Filipino. Dapat, the connect or sana yung kinoconnect natin yung sarili natin sa iba, yung pagsasalita ng Filipino, hindi pagsasalita ng English.
It creates a national unity.
Unity. National unity. Oh, we have a word today. We connect. Speaking Filipino, what?
Gives us national unity. Thank you.
Perfect. Pero, dapat pag-isipan ko yung sabi mong dadalhin mo ako sa Zamboanga, Ma'am Jill.
Bukas, tara. Mag-impake ka na.
Ano to? MYLV o Biyahin Jill?
Biyaheng Jill by MY.
Ngayon, Ma'am Jill, magkakaroon tayo ng laro.
Diyos ko po!
Game. Ihanda ang iyong dila. Dahil magkakaroon tayo ng tongue twister.
Oh my
Yes.
God!
Ako yung mauuna. One, two, three. Butiki, bituka, butika. Butiki, bituka, butika. Butiki, bituka, butika.
Kutiki, bituka, botika. Butiki, bituka, botika. Butiki, bituka, botika.
Wow. One, two, three. Kapapasitera mo pa lang, magpapasitera ka na naman. Kapapasitera mo pa lang, magpapasitera ka na naman. Kapapasitera mo pa lang, magpapasitera ka na naman. Tama ba? Go!
Kapapansiterya mo pala, magpapansiterya ka na naman. Kapapansiterya mo pala, magpapansiterya ka na naman. Kapapansiterya mo pala, magpapansiterya ka na naman.
Nak! Malapit na ang Bare Months from Jill. Maganda tong tongue twister na to.
Christmas.
Ngayon, sa pangatong round, malalaman natin kung sino ang masaya at sino ang
Pighati.
may pighati at lungkot. Tatlo pa. Ayun, ito. Pasko pixel ka. Pasko pixel.
Ah!
Pasko pa. Di ko katalog ani ba? Pasko pixel. Pasko pas. Ah! 3, 2, 1. Go!
Pasko, paksiw, pasko, paksiw. Pasko, paksiw,
Pitumput, pitong puting lupa, pitong puting lupa, puting. Again, one last chance. Pitong puting lupa, pitong puting lupa, pitong puting lupa. Thank you everybody.
Pitumput, pitong puting lupa, pitumput, pitong puting lupa, pitumput, pitong puting lupa. Ang relo ni Leroy ay nagkakaluray-luray. Ang relo ni Leroy ay nagkakaluray-luray. Ang relo ni Leroy ay nagkakaluray-luray.
Ang relo ay makakaluray-luray. Ang relo ni Leroy ay nagkakaluray-luray. Ang relo ni Leroy ay nagkakaluray-luray. Ang relo ni Leroy ay nagkakaluray-luray. Nag-enjoy sa sabi doon lang ako dyan.
Okay, Sir Ken. So, kanina, ikaw yung nagtatanong sa akin. So, magpalitan naman tayo ng roles.
So, ngayon ikaw na yung magtatanong sa akin.
Are you ready?
Sige.
Okay. So,
Bring it
para
on.
sa'yo, ano ba yung mahalaga? Ano yung magagawa natin pagpapahalaga sa ating sariling wika na Filipino?
Pagpapahalaga, that's a good question. Paano natin papahalagahan
Mm-mm.
yung kultura, yung identity natin? Dapat nakukuha natin yun sa sarili natin.
Mm.
Minamahal muna natin yung sarili natin. Minamahal muna natin yung sariling kultura natin. And try to explore and educate ourselves in our own culture and our own identity. We Filipinos, we have a lot and colorful and rich culture and language, of course. That is why learning that is important as Filipino. And paano yun mapapahalaga? By preserving it, Ma'am Jill. Really preserve. And how will we preserve it? By learning it. Because by learning it, we will pass it through other generations. Because if you, Ma'am Jill, in the future generation or in future mong na magkakaroon ka, if ever magkakaroon ka ng anak, when you cut your identity as Filipino, hindi ka nagsasalita ng Filipino, hindi mo inaaral yung identity mo bilang Filipino, hindi mo maipapasa yung knowledge, yung understanding, or yung idea ng pagiging Pilipino sa magiging anak mo. Then yung anak mo, yung future generation ng anak mo, hindi malalaman yung kultura niya. Hindi malalaman kung gaano kahalaga, ka-rich, at kayaman yung kultura niya. Kaya, in our own selves, let us start to build and to acknowledge our own culture.
Mm-mm.
That's how we can make it more important. Pinapahalagahan natin yon by prioritizing our own culture, prioritizing learning, loving, and exploring our culture.
Okay, tama ka dyan. Pero yung pagkakasabi mo is medyo bigger na skill.
Mhm.
Sa ikaw, in your own, paano mo nagagawa yan?
Paano ko nagagawa yun? By sharing or sharing my ideas, sharing my understanding, my knowledge to my students. Is wala pa man akong So, by giving my knowledge to the younger generations, that's a big impact. Because I'm not just sharing my ideas, I am sharing the culture, I am sharing the importance of being a Filipino. Kasi a Filipino subject is not just a subject for them to pass another year level. It is a avenue and a platform for them to know them or to know themselves that they are a Filipino also. Because hindi naman sila nag-aaral ng Filipino for nothing. Nag-aaral sila ng Filipino upang mas malaman nila kung saan sila nanggaling, kung ano yung pinagdaanan natin bilang isang Pilipino, at kung gaano kahalaga at kaimportante at kayaman ang ating bansang Pilipinas. So, ngayon, in my own understanding or yung own ko na expressing or giving back na mas pinapahalagahan ko yung wika or yung Filipino is by sharing my knowledge. Kasi if I'm going to keep this knowledge in me, how am I supposed to influence others? How am I,
What's the point, diba?
how am I, wala man akong mga anak, yung mga pamangkin ko, tinuturuan ko din. Pero yung mga bata na nakakasalamuha ko araw-araw, mas fulfilling kasi yung magbigay ka ng knowledge mo, na magbigay ka ng tamang impormasyon, mas binabahagi mo yung sarili mo, sarili mong pananaw, sarili mong ideya sa mga estudyante, lalong-lalo na sa mga estudyanteng curious yung mind, nagtatanong talaga, at mas magandang pakinggan yung mas may nabibigay silang opinion nila. Na, teacher, alam mo ba, ganun yung ginawa namin sa school namin, mas na-incorporate nila yung Filipino, kasi sa buwan ng wika ngayon, Ma'am Jel, yung mga estudyante, they're celebrating buwan ng wika, they celebrated buwan ng wika in their own respective schools, and now they have a lot of things na nasi-share nila sa akin. Nung estudyante ko, sumayaw sila ng iba't ibang mga makukulay na sayawin sa ating bansa. They gave me their opinions, they gave me their experiences, na nakikita nila, may ganito pala sa atin. And that's how important, and that's how I gave importance to Filipino by listening, giving my own ideas, and sharing my own thoughts to my students.
Okay. So, may tanong na ako. Tanong ko rin to sa mga audience natin. You can have your take on that sa comments or somewhere. Why do you think na, since we did mention ng English is a global medium, global language for everybody to use, why not Filipino?
It is the English, since it was really established before that English is our universal language. However, in the Philippines, our first language is Filipino, not English. Our second language is English, Ma'am Jel. That is why we need to prioritize first the Filipino as a Filipino. Because when ma-incorporate natin yung Filipino sa iba't ibang bansa, mas mahihirapan yung ibang tao, ibang lahi na mas makaka-catch up dahil nasimula na yung English. Mas nasimula na yung English kaysa yung Filipino. When you say, why not Filipino instead of English? Kasi English communication globally was already established. However, in Filipino, we can or we will in our own country.
True.
We can make the Filipino language as our national language, but I think when we say Filipino as our global language, it's really hard as a global language. But if national language, Ma'am Jill, it's possible, and it's happening right now. Na our first language is Filipino, and our second language is English, and our mother tongue is our dialect.
So, in accordance to that, since you mentioned na mas established yung English in comparison sa Filipino, mas nauna siyang nagamit sa majority of our world. If you think about it, Filipino is an amalgamation of a variety of languages too.
It is, yes.
So, why not, will it have some sort of sense if we also use it internationally? Since it does adapt terms and such.
It does adapt terms, especially when in Indonesia, there are words and there are and in Spanish also, there are words and there's some certain words na Filipino and Tagalog mas mas ginagrab natin or binaborrow natin, words from them. But Manjel, if I'm going to tell you honestly, mas mahirap talagang gawing global language yung Filipino than English, because English ginagamit na siya ng iba't ibang bansa, like of course United States of America, kahit hindi non-English speaking country, ginagamit nila yung as global language. When we have a conversation with the United Nations, Southeast Asian, they are using English as their way of communicating other people. Because when we talk about Filipino, it will take them years to understand. It will take them years and years for them to have a conversation with us. That is why, though Filipino is adapting some words na binaborrow natin from Spanish, and then we have similarities with Indonesian or other neighboring country in the Philippines. However, there are other countries naman na medyo hindi natin na kapareho ng, that is why hard, but if that's possible, that's a good thing if possible na gawing global language yung Filipino. Ngunit if we think about global language, dapat unahin muna natin magkaroon ng national language or gawin nating national language ang Filipino or prioritizing more the Filipino than other countries. Though there's nothing wrong loving other countries' language. However, kung hindi natin mahalin yung sariling atin, malungkot naman. Nakakalungkot na hindi natin alam o hindi natin malalaman yung sariling kultura natin. Tama ba, Ma'am Jill?
Tama. So what you're trying to say is, mawawalan tayo ng yung pagkatao natin as Filipino. Mawawalan.
Yes.
Okay.
It is our fingerprint.
Okay. Napakagandang insight from you. At saka, I think din, since ako din naman nagbigay ng question, siguro may factor din yung fact na yung English was spoken by really powerful countries. So, really big countries at that. So, makes sense, yes.
Yes. And now, have you noticed, or when did you first notice that kids use English more than Filipino in their daily lives? In your, sa araw-araw mong pakikipagsalamuha, Ma'am Jill, when did you first notice that kids use English more than Filipino in their daily lives?
It was around that time na medyo, I think, nag-start ang senior high sa curriculum natin. I've noticed it more na mas madaming mga bata na nag-i-English kaysa, actually mixed, like for example dito sa CDO, mix English and Bisaya, especially those coming from, a bit more of a privileged background. They make conversations that way around during that time. Although, for sure, meron na sila way back, pero mas lang siya, mas, I think, emphasized lang siya ngayon with people.
Then the trends, when we say about trends, Ma'am Jill, what trends have you observed among students in terms of language preference?
Yes, they are very, inclined sa TikTok and gaming lingo.
Yes, the TikTok.
Yung mga
Roblox.
Blocket, Slay Queen King, ganon.
Yes.
Ganon.
And also in our generation today, we connect people not just in Philippines, but we connect games in different parts of the world.
Yes.
That is why kids playing, they are not just playing with other Filipino kids, they are playing with other international kids. That is why they use more English than Filipino, or they use English more than Bisaya, diba? So, because they are playing, in order for them to converse or communicate with their playmates online, they need to speak in English, of course.
Kahit yung ibang mga bata na naglalaro online that are not very good in English, eventually their English actually gets,
And also in TikTok contents, Ma'am Jill, I've noticed that even the content creators, if they will going to speak in Filipino, there will always be a subtitle.
Yes, that one.
There will always be a subtitle because their audience is not just Filipino. Their audience includes non-Filipino content audience who is watching overseas or different parts of the world. That's why social media platforms or other social media platform and games influence the kids, not just the kids, also the us people, diba?
Yes.
We tend to fit in, or we try to communicate other people by speaking English.
A broader audience din. At saka din, like obviously in comparison before, meron tayong TV, mga networks.
Yes.
And networks natin very
Mas hindi na natin
like,
nagagamit yung TV ngayon,
yes.
Ma'am Jill.
almost lahat online now, which again,
Ikaw nanonood
provides
ka, dati sabi mo sa
broader,
akin, nanonood ka pa ng telenovela.
Yes.
Ngayon, nanonood ka pa ba ng
Ngayon, yes, pero online.
online na YouTube
Mm.
na? Ngayon, sa akin, hindi na ako nanonood
Sa
ng...
TV kasi maghihintay ka pa, may commercial pa. I'm not saying na wala naman sa online. Meron pa rin.
Yes.
Like YouTube, meron pa rin ads. Pero, like, it's just faster. Hindi ka na
Faster,
maghihintay
yes.
ng, what, like 5 minutes, 6 minutes of
Mhm.
ads. You can just skip it.
Unlike before na talagang susubaybayan mo yung
Parang required
pelikula,
manood.
oo, required manood. Like, susubaybayan mo yung pelikula every night na panonood mo, every after na napanonood mo. That's why, marami siguro. Yung factor din na nakakaintindi tayo is, yan din yung factor na mas
Yes.
napapanood natin yung mga Pilipino, then mas mapapanood natin yung English. And also, if may English na movie before, dinadub siya ng Filipino.
Yes, yun din, actually.
Dinadub siya.
Ngayon, ang dami ng varieties. Korean, English, Russian.
Yes, it
dami.
depends on your preference, kung anong gusto mong pakinggan.
Tsaka kung
Especially-
ano rin yung naiintindihan mo.
Yes.
Yun.
So, napakagandang conversation natin ngayong hapon, Ma'am Jill. Pinapakita natin kung gaano kayaman, gaano kahalaga ang pagtuturo ng Pilipino.
Yes.
Dahil hindi lamang ito dapat ipasa ng mga estudyante ang Pilipino, kung hindi dapat nilang malaman ang kahalagahan nito.
Mm-mm.
Bilang isang tao, hindi lamang bilang estudyante, bilang isang tao din na naninirahan sa bansang Pilipinas, na dapat malaman nila yung kultura, yung kahalagahan, at yung identity nila.
Yes.
Because being a Filipino is our fingerprint with our nations, other nations, na though other nature has their own uniqueness and beauty,
Mm-mm.
we Filipinos also have our own uniqueness and beauty. And I know that we have a beautiful and diverse cultures and also the history of our country.
Yes.
That's why it's important for us to learn Filipino.
Yeah.
Tama ba, Ma'am Jill?
Tamang-tama kasi Filipino is our root. Our root is our home. It is our legacy. as
Our home,
Filipinos.
our future.
Mm-mm.
We have no Philippine B. We only have Philippine A.
Yeah.
So, wala tayong option B, wala tayong option C bilang isang Pilipino. Iisa lamang ang
A.
bansang Pilipinas. At dahil diyan, pahalagahan natin at mahalin natin ang ating sariling bansa. That is why, thank you everybody for listening. I hope na may napulot kayo at
Yes.
natutunan kayo sa aming sinabi. At sana na-enjoy kayo sa aming tongue twister, Ma'am Jill. Nag-enjoy ka ba sa ating laro?
Yes.
Sana nag-enjoy ka dahil nag-enjoy ako. Tapos mapapractice ko. Mamaya, babasahin ko to sa bahay. Ipapractice ko to. Tapos bukas, malalaman mo, magaling na ako.
Tsaka
I will not take defeat. I will not take defeat.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
sana may din, naintindihan din ng
Yes,
ating mga audience kung gaano kahalaga ang
Yes.
Filipino. And actually, i-embody sa sarili nila ang kanilang sariling wika. Kasi
Yeah.
napaka-importante.
That's it today, everybody, for this episode. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you've learned something from this episode. I hope you've learned something from Jill and our opinion. And if you have opinions, comment down below.
Yes.
And you have any suggestions, comment down below.
Reactions.
Suggestions, reactions about sa next nating episode, Ma'am Jill.
Yes.
Kung ano nga ba yung dapat nating pag-usapan at pag-uusapan dahil chika is life, di ba?
Yes.
So, kung chika is life, kung gusto niyo makipag-chika sa amin, comment down below kung anong gusto niyo pagchikahan.
Like,
Dahil
subscribe.
alamin namin at bibigyan namin ng oras yung mga katanungan at suggestion nyo sa Learning Lounge. At dahil dyan, dito na nagtatapos ang ating episode. Maraming salamat, Ma'am
Salamat
Jill,
din sa'yo.
sa iyong oras at sa iyong effort na pumunta dito. Dahil dyan, thank you everybody and see you in our next episode. Bye na everybody!
Bye!
Bye na everyone! See
Toodles.
you!